And if you go right there, that's where I buried the cocaine and money. Right there.
Next to the hooker, right? Oh wait,
Not
shit.
next to the hooker.
Fuck. Okay, wait,
Not
hold on.
next to the
We're
hooker.
live. Oh, I didn't realize that.
Three-legged dog.
That was the worst start ever to a podcast.
I
Ever.
don't know.
Long story short, so look, if you're catching this on the rewind after tonight, you're very lucky. We're gonna get right into this shit. But
Right into
we just caught up for about 10 minutes, and the new software or streaming software that we use completely sucks. They made a bunch of changes. Melon app, fuck you.
Boo.
Um,
Harsh
and it
words.
really messed a lot of things up. So here's what we have in store for you tonight. It's pretty much just a hot topic kind of night with me and Rev just talking about all the things that's come to fruition this week. Some of them came to our attention about 2 or 3 hours ago, and the great thing is Rev hasn't seen a lot of this stuff, so you're going to get his initial candid reaction to some of these things. But you got anything to say, Rev?
No, man. Dive right in. $530 million Guardians of the Galaxy. Fuck you, Johnny.
530. We can start with that. Well, real quick. Start with this always. Disney is hit the damn like button. That's all I got to say. We already talked about this last stream. Hit the like button. It helps the stream and it helps Disney. No, it doesn't. Okay. What else? We got a show coming up. Whatnot. I'm doing a show tomorrow night. I'm going to show some books later on in the stream of what I'm going to be having on the chopping block tomorrow night. And yeah,
look at all those little teasers you have in there. I see you, sneaky fuck. You have like little sneak. Yeah, look at I see a little Black Panther in there. Okay.
Little Black Panther. Yeah,
I see that. I see that.
You got one of those too, bro.
That's why I know what it is.
That's why you know what it is. Tell them the story.
I mean,
about this book, Black Panther #2, first appearance of Shuri. Tell them the story.
So, well, I don't know if I can really tell a story if you're selling it.
It doesn't matter what I got it for. All that matters is what somebody wants it for.
Oh, okay. All right, cool. So Johnny and I on Free Comic Book Day, we walk into our local comic book shop, which I won't say who it is because. So we walked past these books, and Johnny like looks up in the air, and he's all like doing that whole thing like the bloodhounds do. And I'm standing behind him, kind of freaked out. I'm like, dude, what are you doing? He's like, hold on. He like does this weird like, and he like looks down at this pile of comic books, puts his hand on the pile of comic books, closes his eyes, and looks up. All of a sudden, he starts like flipping through books, like blah 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 blah, you know. And he stops and he opens his eyes, and I look, and it's like this Black Panther book for $3.50. And I'm like, all right, cool, Black Panther book. And he goes, do you know what this is? And I go, no, it's for $3.50. He's like, here, there's 2 of them. You take one. I was like, okay, cool, thank you. Obviously, this is a smart purchase. Johnny's like, yeah, it's the first appearance of Shuri. Bam, for $3.50.
Yeah. And that comic, I went there today, got a couple of things, and I could go on a very minor rant about this comic shop. It is its best friend and its own worst enemy. This comic shop is in disarray. There's shit all over the place.
Literal shit.
Yeah. And places like that are great because you find the first appearance of Shuri and you end up getting it for $3.50 because they do things like use the Overstreet price guide to price their comics, which, you know, has a lifespan of 1 year. It doesn't, but even the first appearance of Shuri, dude, like you would think the comic owner would like have the wherewithal to say, hey, this is first appearance of Shuri. I don't know.
If I saw you in a comic shop and I owned a comic book shop, I'd be like, absolutely not. Put it back. Actually, give it to me. Get out of here.
Right. Yeah.
You know?
Right.
Like, give me the book. Get out of here. I know it's worth more. You know?
Right.
Like,
so the comic shop owner doesn't. He's not really, and nor do I think he cares about a lot of the up to date, more modern keys, and which is why he uses the Overstreet price guide to price his stuff. He doesn't really care about the shifting eBay prices, which is all great, but that's a certain type of person that runs that shop.
Yeah, one who doesn't want to make money.
And yeah, and with that comes a very chaotic, angry person. And today I went in knowing he just got some collections, and I went hunting today. And so he comes to me and he's like, look, man, I got to tell you, I got to do my due diligence here and say this. He's like, I know you've been coming here for a long time, but please put the stuff back to wherever you found it, just put it back. And I'm like, hey, I get it. Like, I appreciate the hunting that you supply me at this place. I always do that. But yes, I understand you have to tell me that. So I'm doing my hunting, doing my thing.
What does that
I
mean? Catch the fish and throw it back? What do you mean? You like you
like there's shit just piled up on top of each other, boxes on boxes on boxes
right?
of stuff. He means like put it back. Don't leave shit in the middle of the aisle, you know.
Oh, because he has
Don't
his
leave
own
books out and stuff.
organized way. I see.
Right.
Okay, right.
So I'm like, okay. So I'm like, look, here's my rule. I put it back. I don't know what his organization method is. He might
There
be in
is
the
none.
middle of it. There really isn't,
You're
but he
being
might be in the
nice.
middle of like going through like a stack, and then had to go check somebody out. I don't know. So literally, if I see a stack sitting here, that's exactly where I put the big books back at. So the dude, I can hear him following my, this is 20 minutes later, following my trail of where I've been digging. And he like starts to get like angry. And he's like, look, man, he's like, I told you, he's like, you know, you got to put this stuff back. And he's like, you have this stack of books sitting over here on top of this. I'm like, dude, I put it back where I found it. I was like, I put everything back, like you told me, where I found it. Now, if you want me to go ahead and like fix the mistakes, tell me and I'll do that. But that's not what you said. You said put it back where you found it. And that's what
Do you work there now, Johnny? Do you work there? What do you mean fix
dude,
the mistakes?
I've offered to work on the side, be like, dude, look, let me go through your stuff and pull out the key issues. And you can pay me in key issues, like pay me in comics, right? And I'll like get your shit out because I'm finding the first appearance of Shuri for $3.50.
Yeah, yeah, two of them.
You know,
and you
two
went
of 'em.
first in line, and I went second in line, and he didn't even realize, like, okay, these guys came in together. They
Yeah.
both have the same book.
Yeah.
I mean, like, your fucking your senses go. You know, like, okay, I'm
Mm.
going to look at this. But he
Yeah.
he pulls out the Overstreet, the paper Overstreet. So it basically he pulls out the yellow pages
Exactly. Exactly. Hey,
from
look, I love it.
1999. You know, like,
I love it. It's great. I appreciate it. But dude, like, I don't know. Don't give me shit when I've been doing my job and also giving you money for the past year
yeah,
over
yeah.
that, you know.
It's so weird. Like I said, it's so weird. Like I said, I brought up a while ago. I mean, I think I told you. Listen, I mean, Whatnot is a great platform if you don't lose your soul to it. Just go, you know, like you and I, when we have a good time, we have a few
Mhm.
drinks, we talk a bunch of shit, and we sell some books. You know, it's like,
Yeah.
and we sell the books because you buy collections because you're trying to get keys that you want. You know, and then
Yeah.
and I sell the books because I read a lot. And
Mhm.
eventually, like, you know, I can't, like, I have so much stuff here now that I
Yeah.
can't keep it. So I sell it, you know, and like, I don't sell them for big gains or anything like that. It's just moving books so I can get more books.
Yep.
You know, I'm not trying to pay the rent here, you know? So, I mean, but Whatnot obviously has a problem where people are just like squatting on poor people and like charging them an arm and a leg on books that don't make any sense. But, you know, people can spend their money however they want to spend it. And that's completely up to them. You
Mhm.
know, I buy dumb books too. And I mean, I enjoy them. But I mean, that's what makes me happy. So, but
There you go.
anyway, so but this guy here, he poo-pooed Whatnot. He's like, absolutely not. He goes, I only
Oh,
shop
yeah.
for, but I mean, it's weird. Like, you wouldn't like think to, you know, Crescent City Comics, like, they don't really want to do it. It's not worth it to them, you know, like to sell a
Yeah.
book for $5 or $10, and you know, when they're online like 10 minutes trying to sell that $10 book, and they have foot traffic all the time, you know, and they have an organized
Mhm.
system that makes sense. But anyway, this guy's like, fuck Whatnot. He goes, I'm gonna have all these books here for my customers. I'm like, well, I mean, it looks like you could use a little bit of money, buddy. You know, you could probably sell a little bit here and make a
Yeah.
little bit of cash, you know.
Yeah. And he made one comment. He's like, what did he say? He's like, you know,
Going broke.
he's like, this stack of books is on the social. He's like, that's $2,000 worth of merchandise right there. I'm like, dude, I saw what's in that box. That is not $2,000 worth of merchandise. I promise you.
Man.
But anyway, that's besides the fact. I love going hunting. I don't plan on stopping anytime soon just because the guy can be wishy-washy.
Mhm.
I found some great books in that place.
Today,
Yeah, today.
quite honestly, I took him for some books anyway.
Yeah. Dude, let me show y'all. So we'll do actually we'll do it at the end. I'll show you what I picked up from there today. One thing is not even a comic, it's a magazine.
Okay.
Over the
is
moon
it
for it. It's great.
It's a fucking video game a magazine, isn't it?
No,
Okay.
no, it's
All right.
gorgeous. It's gorgeous. But yeah, so long story short, too late for that. We're gonna get into the show. It's basically a hot topic show. We're gonna talk about all the stuff that's happened this week. Again, we'll touch back on Whatnot later on in the show. I'll show you some stuff that I'm bringing to the table. But that being said, all right, Kevin, do you know first topic? Do you know the Big Death? Have you heard?
What
The
if
big
you're
death
if
in
you're referring
Marvel.
to the thumbnail on this show? Yeah, I heard just yesterday that Miss
Did you?
Marvel is going to die. Is that who you're talking about? Miss Marvel? She's going to die?
That is exactly what I'm talking about.
Who
So what does
I mean,
everybody think of this? Well, we don't have anybody in the chat yet, but it's sound off in the comments below. What do you think of Miss Marvel biting the dust in 2 weeks from now?
can
What
you
do you
blow
think,
that up?
Kevin?
Can you blow that picture up a little bit? Is that a way to get that a little bigger? Let's take a look at.
Yeah, let me see.
Look at Kamala Khan. Let's look at her death.
We
I
can
mean,
go this way. We can go this way. Hold on.
okay, that's
There we
fine.
go.
We'll talk about that for a second. So look, so here's what I think. First
What
of
you got?
all, I think it's a John Romita Jr. cover. I can't tell. It looks like John Romita Jr.
Mhm.
But here's the thing. It's an amazing Spider-Man book, and she's not in the story right now. I'm reading that
Mhm.
book. She's not in the story. The new book just came out this week. It's about
Mhm.
Mary Jane. So I don't know what this is. Mary Jane's in the background with her new boyfriend.
Mhm.
Then you got the Fantastic Four, Peter Parker and Kamala Khan. I don't listen. Kamala Khan is a cool character. She works well with Miles Morales and all those people like that. But who fucking cares? But more
Mhm.
importantly, like really, like what do you think you're fucking doing? Like we all know there's a movie coming out.
Yeah.
You know, and like it's pointless to kill these people. Stop killing people in Marvel because we know they can't
Mhm.
die.
Right.
The death of Kamala Khan. Where's the blood, man? Is she missing an arm? How'd she die? Did her heart get broken because Captain Marvel told her to fuck off finally? Like what? Like how did she die? You know,
Yeah.
like
Well,
dead.
that's to be seen. We don't know that yet. And they don't say how she died, but they do say who killed her. And let's see.
Who
It
killed her? Who
is-
cares? It's Scorpion or something dumb shit like that. Or
No, I think it's a newer villain.
of course it's a new New Venom.
No, a newer villain.
New villain, of course. Why
Yeah.
not? Maybe it's-
Amalgamator. What is it? What you, I
Amalgam-
don't, you,
Stop.
you're what name some of the villains that starts with the E in the story right now.
E in that story? Oh,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Here it is. Emissary.
You're gonna die.
Emissary.
Adversary?
The
Emissary?
emissary. Yeah, that's who
Okay,
kills
so
her with a crowbar, apparently.
the emissary. Okay, so this is like some like not made up, but he's from like the earlier years. I want to say earlier, like a couple of years ago, he came around and he's like a fanatic thing, and he actually sent Peter Parker, Mary Jane into some weird alternate universe, and Spider-Man got out, and Mary Jane had to stay, and then finally when he got back to Mary Jane, she had a husband or some shit like that, and some kids too, and that reality became the reality that's going on right now in the comic books. But yeah, so this he came out of nowhere. It's one of those things where like a story arc had just ended for Spider-Man. And all of a sudden they're kind of like, he walks outside and this guy's like, I've come for you. It's like the laziest form of story writing, you know,
Right.
like Spider-Man, I've been waiting 100 years and I'm come back from the past to finally get you now. And that's what this is. You know, it literally came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And
It
apparently
doesn't.
like,
Go ahead. Keep going.
I was saying apparently like the Fantastic Four comes around and Johnny Blaze has his fucking cock on Peter Parker's neck in the picture back down there. Go down again. Like, let me tell you something. Go down a little bit.
Hold on.
Don't stand over somebody who's holding a dead body like that, please. Like, well, you had to get all the Fantastic Four wearing their pajamas next to Peter Parker holding Kamala Khan. They're not even the same stories. This is stupid. Sorry,
Yeah.
Marvel.
No, you're right. No, you're right.
Dumb.
It's a cash. Well, I don't even know if it's a cash
For
grab.
what? Who cares? No one
it's
cares
just to
about
make
Kamala
waves.
Khan. And she's fine. She's great.
Okay, so here's the thing. I also pulled up this article here. So you ready for this? And at first, when I read it, I'm like, oh, of course, the media would do this. Read this art. Hold on. So it looks like the same. Watch. Read this. What's this?
You have to read it for me.
Can you read it?
Fans
You can't read
upset
it?
by death of Marvel's first. Oh my god!
Right? Look at a spin on that. Fans upset by death of Marvel's first Muslim superhero because that's why they killed her. Because she's Muslim.
Give it a second, man. She'll be right back to. Listen, the thing I kind of heard,
NBC.
the thing I mean, like I guess if you want to be really, really deep dive nerd about it, maybe they're trying to inline her retcon story of like the book versus the MCU, where make her a mutant or not make her a mutant, things like that. Maybe she comes back to life and she's finally a mutant where she wasn't before. That's not her story, like. They have with the show and the movie and the books, like she has no true origin anymore. I mean, the origin's the book, You
Right.
know, and the book is she was caught by a Terrigen mist from the Inhumans, I
Yep.
believe. Correct me if I'm wrong out
Yeah.
there, but
She's in. Yep.
yeah, so she's an Inhuman. You know,
Mhm.
like she was affected like anybody could be infected by Terrigen mist. She gets a little cocoon around her and pops out as you know. And only recently have they really like really delved into this whole Captain Marvel fandom thing of hers. You know, she's always been a fan, but like they've really made this weird like push to have her this way where everything
Mhm.
is enveloped in Captain Marvel. You know.
Or is it, or do you think it's the name? Do you think that they're hoping that the death would make a big enough splash to where just the name gets to the quote unquote normies, right? The non comic, typical comic goers, comic store goers, and
Oh.
readers, right? So, like, do you think maybe they're like, hey, look, if we make a big name in the books, maybe this will help drive sales for the upcoming Miss Marvel's movie that's coming out?
See, I'm one of the few people, and I'll tell you, like, so Captain Marvel right now in the books is very, very good. Written by
Mhm.
Kelly Thompson, and she is fucking. I'll follow her for whatever she writes. She could go write the fucking Ewoks book, and I'll follow her.
Mhm.
She's a very good writer, and her last book is coming up. It's number 50, and I probably won't follow Captain Marvel after that. But for last 50 or 49 books, man, I've loved it. Captain
Yeah.
Marvel she is badass in these books. It's taken 2 years to get where she is, but she is a cool, compelling character.
Mhm.
Um, it does not translate into that movie that came out. Now, I didn't hate the movie. I mean, I don't care about Brie Larson. I mean, people have problems with her, what she said. I don't care. I don't care about your politics. I mean, these people fly around with cosmic powers. You
Mhm.
know, you've got Jude Law and Annette Bening in the movie. I mean, I just don't care. You know, it
Yeah.
was a it was an enjoyable movie. It had a little bit of a lull in it, but it was an enjoyable movie. You know, so I mean, like
Wasn't
Captain
bad.
Marvel's fun, but I
Wasn't
mean, the
bad.
problem is they put all this pressure because it's a female driven movie that it has to be amazing, and like it was okay. It wasn't great.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, like the new Ant Man Quantumania was good. It wasn't great. You know, Kang was amazing. Kang was great.
I'd give it a meh. Kang was amazing.
Kang was
Jonathan
amazing.
Majors, yeah, Jonathan Majors was really good in that.
I
But
will watch
the
it
movie
again.
overall,
Sure.
was for me was pretty yeah. Um, but okay,
Well,
so yeah,
well, Kamala
probably
Khan.
a huh
Kamala Khan. You asked about her.
Comic Con.
The
Oh, Kamala Khan.
Is there? I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry.
No, no,
Kamala. Kamala.
I thought you said Comic Con.
Kamala Khan. Kamala Khan.
Uh-huh.
Kamala Khan.
Yeah.
So real quick, like, so she's an okay character.
Mhm.
She's cool. The reason she was created, I think, is because she's a wholesome character. I didn't even know she was Muslim or anything like that, and I didn't care. She's got a compelling story. She's not a overtly sexualized person. She's just a
Mhm.
regular little kid, you
Yeah.
know, and that's it.
She's yeah, she's I do think like if I do agree with one thing. If Marvel or Disney is doing this to try to make money, I think I feel like that's got to be the reason why, because somebody brought up a good point that there's not really really a whole lot of like young diverse forefront characters right now in comics.
fair,
I
fair.
would say she's probably the youngest female Muslim character, and that's the one they decide to kill. I feel like if they're gonna try to just do a death. Intense, he walks in the house. What's up, buddy? I
Yo,
feel like if they're gonna try to just do like a death, they could have chosen maybe a smarter move than that, which is what makes me think they just want the name to try to make a splash to bring people in to the movie theaters. That's my theory on it. But they could have done somebody else. I do think it's just random. Like you
who
said,
would you
she's
have
not even
done?
in the storyline.
No,
Is she
she's not
gonna?
in the
Oh, you
storyline.
gonna kill somebody?
So okay,
Hmm.
okay. So look. Obviously, they're putting some attention towards this movie. Okay,
Hmm.
so you've got this. You've got this. I mean, you can't kill Captain Marvel because you already killed her before. She's already been
Hmm.
dead, and she
Hmm.
came back.
Hmm.
And you can't kill.
Everybody's been killed.
Yeah, you
You
can't
know,
kill. God, does she go by Photon now? Oh, is she Photon? Spec?
Spectrum.
No, is she? But is she Photon? I think she's Photon now.
Is she photon? She changed back.
Okay, maybe she's Spectrum. I don't know.
Yeah,
Intensity Walk, help me out. Is she Spectrum or Photon? I don't
I'm
know.
pretty sure she went photon to spectrum.
Okay. So the thing is, like, you can't kill her, Monica Rambeau,
Hmm.
because I mean, like, she's black. Is that
Hmm.
why they can't kill her? I don't know. I mean, so what do
Hmm.
you kill
I don't know.
Kamala Khan because those are the three who are in the movie. You
Right,
know?
right. Yeah.
And again, I'm
Yeah.
just grasping at straws, man. I
Yeah.
really
Who
don't know.
knows? Who knows why they did it? Who knows? I can tell anybody that's watching this, if you're trying to pick this book up for, I don't know, investment purposes, don't don't do it for. I mean, don't pay more than cover price. Like buy it for cover price all day long, but don't pick this up for more than cover price for investment purposes,
No.
because a lot of deaths have happened, as a lot of people know. You have people like Gwen Stacy, Jason Todd. Gwen
Bro, you live in
Stacy.
the 90s? What are you talking about? Jason Todd.
Yeah, but I mean, those are some of the most, like, if you're going to talk about character deaths, those are some of the biggest ones in history that have made a splash, and those books still hold value. Like the Death of Jason Todd, that book, I mean, that's a $20 comic, all day. Death of Gwen Stacy is a huge book. That's a major book, and technically she's still dead, right? I mean, they brought her
Yes.
back in another universe, but she's one of the only Marvel characters that actually stayed dead.
Yeah, she's dead. She made a weird appearance in Judgment Day. She made a weird appearance in Judgment Day. It was actually kind of a touching thing in Judgment Day that happened in the Marvel universe. All the Celestials were Intensity Walk. Yes, it is.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
No, not the most recent. It's coming up. Sorry, my bad.
2 weeks. 2 weeks. This is coming out.
So Gwen Stacy appeared to Spider-Man. She was basically judging him for his life, and he passed. And she was like, "Thank you." It was actually her. It was not like it was her spirit or whatever like that. And that was it was a cool, touching moment where he actually got to make some peace with Gwen Stacy. But yeah, she's dead. They got multiversal Gwen. But every time I see her, I'm like, "Bitch, you dead? You fell off that bridge."
But I think
no one caught you.
I think too, like some of the best reasons on why some of those other Marvel deaths have been so prominent was because the stories around them were way better. Like you said earlier, Miss Marvel's not even in the storylines. Like they just throw her in to die, right? Is what it kind of seems like.
I think that I haven't read this week's book, but she might have been around in the last one a little bit, and I can't even remember. But she certainly has not been playing a big part in the storyline.
Right.
But the storyline is very fluid still at the moment because, what number is that? What is this one?
This would be 26.
I mean, it's crazy that it's 26 because I swear to you, it just feels like it just started.
Yeah.
And this one took a while to get going. I think Zeb Wells writes this book, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
Hey, look at me. And John Romita Jr. was getting shit canned for the art that he's doing in it right now because John Romita Jr. is a legend, but he's definitely slacked off. And hold on a second. Come in. I'll be right with you. Hey, what's up? Yay! Cool. My awesome kiddo just got home. What's that?
What up?
Okay, you know what? Okay, get out of here. I'll talk to you soon. Love you.
Talk to you soon.
Okay.
TTYL.
All right. John said TTYL. What? I love you. Bye.
She's a good kid, that one.
She's a great kid. I love her.
Don't let Zeb Wells write any part of her future.
Yeah, no. Okay, so the thing is like this. Yeah, but John Romita was like he took that lazy route out with the computer. I know he still draws by hand, but it's just like it's the computer stuff with the art animation, and it just kind of messed some things up. And look, I can't draw stick figures, so I'm not. Who am I? But I mean, you know what I'm saying. I'm used to like the good old days where like there's a million little like scribble lines and just this awesome I
love his dad, dude. Fucking John Romita Sr. is the fucking man. That is a man. Okay, let's continue on. Miss Marvel, she's gonna die. She dead. She done.
She did.
But she'll be back shortly. We can assure you
Don't blink.
that. Okay, heard about this one.
What's going on?
Daveed Diggs offered the Thing role in the Fantastic Four. This actually, this didn't really make that big of a splash a couple of weeks ago, actually, when it first came out. But now a couple of more sources are starting to report this. This is a rumor. Take this with a grain of salt. This is a rumor, but Daveed Diggs is apparently offered the role to play Ben Grimm, the Thing, in the Fantastic Four movie.
I would like that. I'll tell you what, with a condition.
Yeah. What's that?
I would like Daveed Diggs in this movie, in that role. I think he'd be great. I think he's a great actor. As long as the new Fantastic Four movie is not a fucking musical. Do not make it a musical.
I don't
want it to be a musical because I know he
I don't think
from.
it would. He does. He does. He does. but I'm pretty sure they're not going to do that. I'm pretty sure they're not going to make a musical.
You come down from the earth with the cosmic rays and you hit me. And now my body's a bunch of fucking rocks. How do I take a shit? You know, like
Intense Ewok. Yeah, we do need a good Fantastic Four. I mean, fuck. The Marvel, the MCU deserves it, right? The fans deserve it.
It's impossible.
Why?
It's impossible because listen, and Ewok, close your ears. But look, the Fantastic, they're fucking nerds, dude. They're nerds. Listen, if you can make Reed Richards, what is that thing? Who is that person? The Maker?
The Maker, yeah, with the crazy helmet.
Make the Maker, do the Maker,
cool.
Just do a Maker movie. How he just,
but you got to build, and then you got to build to that. You can't just release that.
They can't stop making them bad enough to make something good happen. You know?
Yeah, it's a weird. It's a weird bunch. It's had some bad luck, some bad writing, some bad visions. Look, you got a guy who stretches. Right, you got a woman who turns invisible. Like, they're kooky. They're very of their time period, the early 1960s, and it's hard to make that modern. But I think we're due for it. I think it's going to happen. I think Daveed Diggs
could be a good start.
It could be. He is Jewish, which I know, which is what makes this believable, because Marvel did say they want to add diversity and be true to the characters. So he is
Ben Grimm Jewish? I don't know.
Yeah, Ben Grimm is Jewish. So here's the only thing that I'm kind of like, okay, will this work? I think he definitely has the acting chops. He takes his roles extremely seriously. He's got a good voice. Like, for instance, in The Little Mermaid, the new live action one, he does Sebastian the Crab.
What the fuck?
And so my
do
point,
a deep dive, Johnny.
So my point with that is, if you listen to his regular talking voice and then Sebastian the Crab's voice, completely different, night and day. So I think he has the determination and the will to change what he needs to change, because Ben Grimm is extremely, he is a man's man. And to me, that means nothing, because for me, there's no like a man's man. But if you look at that, what does that mean? A man's man, very deep voice, very rugged, manly kind. Like, that is Ben Grimm to the fullest. And the question with me is, like, can he really perform that or become the voice of that? Because Ben Grimm's going to be predominantly a voiceover character, which is fine. But right. But yeah, and he's really, like, in the comics, he's very much a father figure to Johnny Storm too. So it's like there's that whole relationship dynamic that it's like comes with being, a man's man, being a father figure for Johnny Storm. I think he's a good enough actor where he can, like, dig deep and pull it out. But looks wise, if you ever seen him, like, kind of more clean cut without the long beard and the dreads, I can definitely see it in the face and the stockiness that is built. I can see all that. I don't know. I have a good feeling about it. I like it.
Except for it's going to be Meg from Family Guy.
What?
Who's Jesus? I can't remember. Why don't I know her name? Who's the girl?
Meg?
From Family Guy.
Kunis. Mila Kunis. She is Meg. You're right.
Mila Kunis is going to be the thing. We all know that. Come on,
No.
Come on. You know this is what's going to happen.
No.
Macaulay. Hey, hear me out.
Culkin?
Hear me out. Macaulay Culkin. No, Macaulay Culkin is Wonder Woman or the Invisible Woman, because you got to be diverse. Why not? Right. Yeah. He was in Party Monster. He can play Invisible Woman. Who can be Johnny Storm?
They have somebody for that.
I've already decided that Reed Richards is going to be RuPaul. That'll be great, because RuPaul is a tall motherfucker already. Like, he can just do the whole "woo, I'm going to get you." Like
RuPaul is very tall.
RuPaul. And then we just need to cast Johnny Storm. Who could that be? I got Macaulay Culkin as Invisible Woman.
Denzel Washington as
Johnny Storm.
As Johnny Storm, yeah. His age matches up perfect. He's 60 in the comics, right?
It's a fucking perfect. Now we've got a hit. Marvel.
Yeah.
Chop.
No, I like Daveed Diggs. I think Daveed Diggs would be cool. Very interesting. I like it. And his name is Jewish, like the character's Jewish. Daveed is like the pronunciation of David in Hebrew. So it's kind of cool. I'm for it. Okay, let's move forward. with more casting. Nicholas Hoult as Lex Luthor. Have you heard about this?
No, but I mean, go ahead. You talk. Let me think.
Well, I mean, I like it. I like it a lot. I think he could be I think he's a great actor. I think this, Photoshop of the shaved head, I think looks cool. Never let Rev cast anyone.
You would have paid. You would pay to see that movie. You
Look,
fucking
man.
know it.
Look, Ewok. He's breaking the glass ceiling here. He's shattering it. He just wants to.
RuPaul Reed Richards.
He should play Beast. You're right. Nick Hoult.
Oh my
would
God.
be great as Beast. Almost like he's done it before, but not.
Right. Exactly.
I like this. I think he's a great actor. And I like the look of it. I dig this.
You liked him in Menu, didn't you? Did you see Menu?
Dude. Did you see Menu?
Yeah, I saw Menu. Hold on 1 second. I got something for you. Hold on.
Yeah. What do you have? The record? The Menu soundtrack? That's what it's got. The Menu soundtrack.
Yes.
Or you have the action figure. Oh, with the scissors. Nice. That is cool. Can I have it?
No, fuck you. That's a cool record. Anyway, go ahead.
Wonderful movie. If you haven't seen The Menu.
That dude's just getting killed, and he's like, "This is a wonderful meal."
Yeah. So side
You
note.
even cook.
Side note. I'm thinking about starting another YouTube channel that is going to do nothing but horror podcast. Because
Ooh,
yeah,
me and Jamie all over that,
dude.
Citizen Jamie.
I would love to do it. Recently, if you haven't listened to this, I'm gonna plug another podcast. This is on Spotify and Apple Music, all the other podcast stations. But it's actually Freddie Prinze Jr.'s podcast called That Was Pretty Scary.
Get the fuck out of here.
Dude, it is so good. I've listened to every one. I'm at the point now where when it comes out every Wednesday, I listen to it. And it's really, basically they watch a movie, they have a podcast about it. And it's not like they do like the iconics. They've done Psycho, Nightmare on Elm Street, all that stuff. But then they do like the offshoot stuff that I really love as well. And dude, it sounds like so much fun. I really want to do one.
I would love to do one of those. I just, goddamn, me and movies don't happen.
You got it. Well,
So
the biggest thing
weird.
is you have to put the time aside to really just watch the one that whatever we
Honey?
talk about.
Well, I'll tell you what. I did talk to my eldest daughter today,
Mhm.
and she's awesome, and she loves a whole bunch of like subversive horror movies. And I told her, I said, like, listen, maybe I'll watch some, and then we'll have you on next week because she's about to be 19.
Oh, dude, yeah.
She's hip and cool as fuck, and she said she'd pop on, and maybe she'll show us her prison tattoo of a 3-legged cat that she has. You know.
I'm about it. So just that's just a random thought that I'm having. Definitely my buddy Chris, who actually might be secretly watching.
What's up,
right
Chris?
now.
If you're out there,
He's going to be by tomorrow for the Whatnot sale. He'll be at my side with Crystal.
very nice.
Hanging out, and he's pretty excited. He's never like kind of really seen one of those things. I don't think he really knows what to expect. So that'll be fun. Okay, moving on. What else we got here? I did see Intensity Walk. You see that?
Hold on, let me look this up while we're doing.
No. You don't have to look it up. It's right here.
I can't
Do you see
see
that?
it, Johnny. Like,
Hold on. Okay, hold on. I'll fix it. Is that better?
No, what's going on here, though,
Hold
dude?
on.
I
You
can
can't
literally.
see
I have my phone right here. Ghost Rider. What should I look up? Wolverine.
Weapons of Vengeance. Frank Miller.
Wolverine, Frank Miller. Hold on. Everybody should be looking at Wolverine, Frank Miller.
Dude. This is something.
Please show up.
Chris
Oh,
Clinton is in that. I told you he was sneaking up on us.
there he is. There he
That's no
is.
secret.
What
That's no
is
secret.
this? Okay, so this is, let me look at this thing because like it's not going to
We're
show
starting
me
a
the
horror podcast.
picture. Let's see here.
Podcast.
Controversy. Talk, Johnny. Talk.
Yeah. So, all right. So here's the. I don't even call it controversy.
Here it
I'd say
is.
more of like concern. People are maybe more concerned. Okay, Frank.
Where did
Miller,
his talent go, by the way? Where did
Yes,
Frank Miller's
yes.
talent go?
Yes. Okay. So here we go. For those of you that do not know Ghost Rider Wolverine, this is the new Frank Miller cover. If you're not familiar with Frank Miller, let me do this real quick. Let's go.
He may or may not be a bad guy.
If you're not familiar with Frank Miller, he did this iconic cover here.
Oh, look, he actually drew that one. No, whatever this
So he did this. I mean, this is like literally, would you disagree that this might be one of the most iconic Wolverine covers in comics, period?
Better question is, how many people have that as a tattoo? I would like, if there was a way to get that out there, to like come back to me how many tattoos are out there of that, but that poster was in my they're out there. Okay, they just may not look like this.
Yeah.
But that poster has been on my wall. That is obviously a great picture.
Yeah. So you're telling, dude, I'm gonna tell you something fucking hilarious that I found in a comment section. So Frank Miller drew this, and Frank Miller drew this. And then, dude, I was on some sort of forum, and like some dude literally commented and had a few likes on his comment saying, "That's because a different person did the inks." Like, dude, no, you can't. You can't.
It was Frank Miller's burner account. Someone else did the inks.
Yeah, because
shut up.
Is that not the funniest?
Wow.
That's so funny. Maybe that's why he got so many likes on his comment, because people thought it was hilarious.
Man, what is this position he's in?
So look, it doesn't matter what your pencil drawing is. If you got a good inker, you can turn this into this.
We'd only had that inker.
Jesus. So okay, so here's the question.
Man.
Here's the question.
I have so many questions. Why is just one?
Here's like the real first, like, okay, here's the
I don't see the controversy unless you're talking about that weird nipple he has for a belly button.
So the controversy is that comic artists are getting paid so much to do shit like signings. Like CGC has like so many signings coming up, and it's like there's no incentive for them to like put effort into their work anymore. I can see that, yes, but it all depends on the artist. Like, look at Todd McFarlane. And I was curious. I was like, maybe it's the age. I was like, how old is Frank Miller? So Frank Miller is 65. Okay. And I'm thinking, okay, so did he have any kind of like medical issues, a stroke or something in the past that's like maybe caused some sort of like health decline? There's nothing I could find. Please put in the comments below if you know of anything that Frank Miller has gone through physically that might alter his art in the way that it has. But then I was like, okay, well, how old is Todd McFarlane? Dude, Todd McFarlane's 61. He's or something like that, right? It's only
John Romita Jr. is 66. I'm looking it up right now. And none of them are drawing like this.
Right, exactly. So either he's had some sort of like physical hurdle that is causing this, or maybe he's got a new artistic vision of less is maybe he's going.
I literally think it's called "I Don't Give a Shit."
That's what it looks like. That is
sorry,
what it
Frank.
looks like. That is.
You can come to my house and tell me otherwise if you want.
And yeah, sorry, but we're just being frank.
Look, Frank. Listen, Frank. If I could talk to you, Frank. We all know that every Batman movie has aped your one book for the last 40 years, and that's been great. But you can't phone it in. You got to but in the same respect, like the Dark Knight books after the original Dark Knight books have all been phoned in too. It looked
like before Frank drew this, he said, "It's Miller time."
Yeah, right. Fair. I feel Frank Miller is just, I mean, he has a new book out right now. It's Ronin. It's fucking Ronin, dude. I don't know if you've ever read the first Ronin book. I implore you to go read Ronin.
I have. I don't think I have them anymore. I had the entire run.
Oh, dude, Ronin. When I read Ronin as a kid, it was awesome. First of all, there's some boobies in it, so that's pretty cool for an 8-year-old. But nice. It's a great book, and it's great art, and he drew it, and it's amazing. I don't know who the inker was, but they were pretty good. They're pretty good at helping him out. But and then
the inker on the inker on Wolverine from 1982 was God. So.
Must have been. It turned that art into the art that we saw. But then again, let's not forget that Frank Miller did The Dark Knight Returns, and The Dark Knight Returns is fucking great art. Right. And I don't know who the inker was on that
Okay,
either, but
hold on. But look at, you know what though? Like, I'm not saying that this style is not in him. But look at like the Dark Knight Returns issue. I think it's 3 or 4 where Batman's it's just Batman. He's real big on the cover and he's kind of like all jacked up and cut up and stuff.
he's doing this thing. He's like,
Yeah, he's doing that.
of course.
It looks dude, it's a little on the rushed. I don't know what else to call it, but like the rushed side. Like it's definitely more ambiguous. I don't know. But I can see where it comes from. But like if he's like trying to like lean into that style, I don't think it's
well,
the right move.
I wish that we had our Spider Woman cover right here, done by Myolis guy, whoever we were talking about before. Because first of all, like if we could zoom in, what a position is that? If I walked into the room and did that in front of my wife would scream.
He's squatting.
Whatever. No, he's not. It's not a squat, dude.
Yeah,
what
he's
is
squatting
that?
down. He's squatting down, showing his claws.
I don't know how you do that. That's weird. Like, is that a position that you would then attack somebody in? Like,
you know what I love? I love the I hate, I don't know, I kind of feel bad fucking making fun of somebody's art because we're both artists. We've both been artists in our own sense, right?
Mm-hmm.
Music, drawing. I used to draw some stuff. I don't know. It kind of sucks to make fun of somebody's art. Because we don't know their intention. Like, what if like he was just on a whim, like, hey, I'm gonna get real abstract with this and real quick and just kind of like go off the cuff. I don't know. But anyway, what's funny is his claws. It's like, okay, how can we make this easier? Look, okay, if he's from this position, triangles. The claws are just triangles. You know,
I love
what I'm
how you
saying?
said I don't want to make fun of people, and then you just continue to make fun of people.
Yeah, it's
you're
well,
bad people.
I had to finish my thought. But okay, but here's an example, right, of a rushed comic cover that was done well. Batman 423. If anybody's if you're not familiar with that, which I'm sure most people.
I'm not familiar with that. Look it up.
Let's see.
Is it who does 420? Does he do 423?
No, Frank Miller does. I mean, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Frank Miller does not do 423. I'll show it to you and you know who does it.
Okay, I'll guess. I'll be like, of course. Yes,
wow.
and it does look like okay, all right, okay.
So
you're saying
this was a rush job. This is like one of the more famous really this art, other than it looking gorgeous, its story is in itself famous because Todd McFarlane tells the story of how he got this. He's like, look, we're going to give you this cover. Here's the deadline. And he just kind of whipped it up and he's like, okay, how can I draw little anatomy as possible? And it's like, okay, we're going to make it all cape. And this is what we got. It's one of the greatest comic covers. It's one of my favorite, if not my favorite comic cover of all time.
I own it. Yeah.
It's a rush job.
I would like to take that cape and take it off of Batman and then try and flatten it out. I want to see what that cape looks like flat. I bet you can't go flat. I bet you could not put that cape on the ground and it's gonna be flat at all. You know?
I agree.
But I will tell you, I drew like Todd McFarlane. Well, not at all like Todd McFarlane. What I thought was like Todd McFarlane for a very long time. You know?
You drew like Fod Tick Marlin.
Yeah. Thick Marlin.
But the what's funny is as rushed as he was, right? The inkers on this, right? Just to go to show you. Right. So Frank Miller has great inkers. Todd McFarlane should get some better inkers because they fucked up the coloring. If you look, I don't know if you can see the kind of top left by his cape, they didn't color in the moon. Do you see that?
Yeah, look at the lazy fox. Look at that right there. It's right. Yeah, it's right there. Like it's red. Mm-hmm. It's red. Come on, people. Do one job.
Yep.
Literally one job.
So we don't know why Frank Miller did this. Hopefully he sees it the backlash in a positive way where maybe it doesn't,
No. Okay. So I don't know if you've read a bunch about Frank Miller because every now and then I'll kind of look in on him, but Frank Miller does not care what we think. So I mean,
okay. Well, obviously with that cover,
Frank Miller doesn't care what we think, and it sounds like Frank Miller also doesn't care about women. I don't know how you want to take that. He's had some opposition from women, and he doesn't. I'm Frank again. If you want to come to my house and fight. You want to send your people, that's fine, fight. But he from what I understand, is he's. I mean, it make a mistake when we look at his artwork and read his stuff. He's not very like positive for women, but he also has said some things before that are anti female empowerment. Not in the modern era. Like this has been a long time ago, But
Right.
so anyway, yeah. So Frank Miller, whatever. But the new Ronin book is pretty good, and somebody who tries to draw like Frank Miller is drawing the book, and they're doing a great job.
Cool.
So what's up, Drew?
Cool. J. Rue, what is up, brother? How you doing? J. Rue. That's what my mind said the first time I read his name, and I'm not deviating from it. Chris
he
Clinton
continues to slay. Follow J. Rue, you guys. J. Rue, follow him. He's got his own show, and it's great. Always out there, always doing his thing. It's always good stuff.
Does. Absolutely.
So,
and Chris said, what did Chris say? Oh yeah, he imagines if you look at his hair, looks like the Demogorgon for Stranger Things. He absolutely does.
Go here because I think that you actually had this. Did you have this on the thumbnail?
I do. Yeah, this is on the thumbnail. Thumbnail. I got this queued up. This was going to be one of our closing titles, but we can jump into it. Let's go. Here it is. Star Wars Galactic Star Cruiser is closing permanently in September. Haha. This is hilarious. This is funny.
What was this and what happened?
Okay. So, if you had to take everything wrong with Disney Star Wars and make a resort out of it, this was the place. It is it's a giant resort that they put hundreds of millions of dollars in, and it was basically you pay for, I think it's like 2 or 3 days. I want to say it's something like $6,000. You get an immersive experience where it's like you check into the resort, you're part of like a mission, very, very in depth. And I admire the ambition of this project and what it would have taken to like put it all together. However, the execution was really poor. They released a trailer. I don't think you saw it, but some people saw the trailer when it first came out for the Galactic Star Cruiser. And this trailer was so bad, got so much backlash that they pulled the trailer off of the internet. Just to kind of put it in perspective.
It's a cruise? It's a cruise though, right?
No. It's a hotel that you stay at. They call it the Star Cruiser because it's a ship. It's like you're staying on a
better as a cruise.
No. No. They call it the Galactic Star Cruiser because it's like you're staying on a spaceship. And then there's but when you're there, there's like missions and shit that's happening. There's a lot of character interactions. It's very in depth and it's cool. And it's 3 days. But dude, it is extremely expensive. It's like $6,000, I think, for 3 days, which is fucking insane. So they're targeting a very, very small audience here.
Right.
And I mean, like once you get the person, once you fool the person to spending $6,000 in your Star Cruise, when's the next time they're going to come back? Because the average Disney goer, like me and Crystal, we go every year. Like
I've never been.
Dude, what? Are you serious? Are you serious?
I've never been to any of the Disneys.
I can't wait. I can't wait till we go.
I
can't wait.
You better keep a cocktail in my hand, my friend, because let me tell you what.
In your hand, I promise.
Whoa! Yikes!
You laid it out. But no. Serious talk. This thing was so. It got so much backlash. They pulled the trailer. If this was a comic book, it would be so valuable because imagine the biggest recalled comic that you can think of, where the shelves were just excavated. Everything was just take it off the shelves, get it out of here, take it to the back and burn it. That's what this trailer was when it hit the fucking internet.
I want to see it. Can we not find it?
You can't. No, I don't know where. I don't know where to find it. I don't know where to find it.
Star Wars trailer.
Dude, no, you're not gonna find it.
I can't understand why I can't. Okay. So what do? You show up? Do you have to like dress like a Padawan or something? Like you get like a little hair lock or something like that. This is where you start, and by the third day, you're Darth Maul or fucking what's your guy? I don't know, the other one, Obi-Wan Kenobi or whatever. Like what happens?
I don't know. I don't know. I never went on it.
You wanted to. You wanted to.
No.
Before you never wanted to.
No.
Do you have a lightsaber? Did you get a lightsaber from one of those? Okay.
I don't have a lightsaber. So anyway, this thing just failed completely, and here it is. The last voyage is in September.
When did it start?
Huh?
When did it start? What year?
This or what? A year ago, maybe?
Oh my
ye-
god!
Yeah, it didn't
Are
even
you
last a,
serious?
dude. It didn't even last a year. Didn't even last a year. Crazy.
I mean,
Crazy.
not all things Star Wars can just be a hit. It's just how it is, you know. I mean, that show Andor that I've still never watched and I will never watch. You know.
Andor, I've heard it's different. It's like it's good, but it's just different. You know. Maybe they should try lowering the price of rooms first.
He's not wrong. He's not wrong.
Yeah. Here's the thing, though. I think what it cost, Christopher. I think what it costs to keep this thing autonomous is I think that's what they need. I think they need $6,000 a person. It's so elaborate. It's so ambitious. Like I said, like you've got tons of cast members on deck at any given time. And, everything looks very expensive, but expensive doesn't translate to Star Wars. And I think that's the big downfall.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
Mm.
Expensive is Star Wars. I see what you're saying, but I'm saying, like
yeah,
people try and charge an arm and a leg for anything Star Wars. It's crazy.
I think they would benefit. I think Disney would benefit more from more of like a Jedi training type of camp situation. Like, I don't know, like if you're gonna go to the
It's not
park-
real, John. It's
What?
not real. It's just a show. It's a movie. There's
No.
no Jedi training. What do you mean?
No, but there is. No, there's real like, I don't know, mindsets in what's the word I'm looking for?
Help? Like you need help?
No, not help. Like,
Mindsets.
Mindsets. Like there's real like ways of living that they incorporate. Like it's a lot Japan oriented. A lot of the lightsaber fighting, like Sorsu and all that stuff, that's all Japan samurai sword styles of fighting that they've incorporated into lightsaber fighting. The roots of it are very real, of what like the Jedi is. The good and the evil and all that stuff. Like they can incorporate that into like a little camp for a kid or something like that. That'd be way cheaper than this thing.
It's called
Way cheaper.
karate. It's called karate, man.
Okay, there you go. Karate.
Karate.
Karate. Exactly.
But no, if I want to go to like a Jedi camp, let's get our screens bigger. I need to look at you again. This father and the son not having a good time.
Yeah.
They're lying. That's not happening at all. So I'm thinking like
Mhm.
if I want to go to a Jedi camp, I want to go someplace where I can like stick my hand out and shit fucking moves, dude. I want that.
So
like
I think there's a little bit of that that's
pull
incorporated.
people apart, with my hand.
Maybe, yeah, that would be cool. So like, can you imagine?
Yeah,
like,
that'd be cool. Yeah, that'd be cool.
Like in Universal, they've got Hogwarts. They got the whole Harry Potter world, right? And so you can buy a wand, and then you go up to like certain designated spots, and you can like cast a spell, and there's sensors that interact with your wand. And if you move it in the right motion, like something will happen, a light will turn on or something like that. That would be cool.
My favorite interactive experience?
What?
A bar. I go there and I get a drink.
Dude, let me tell you. So last time Crystal and I went to
Harry Potter build?
To Star Wars land. What the fuck is it called? Jesus Christ.
Star Wars land.
Look at me, the big fan. The big fan. It's the planet is Batu. I can't think of what fucking MGM calls it. But anyway, when we went there, we got into the bar. And the first time we went there like 3 years ago, we were like kind of like tucked in the corner. Yeah, the cantina. The first time we went there, we were tucked in like a corner. We're like, it's okay, whatever. This time around, we somehow got to the actual bar and we sat at the bar of the cantina. And dude, that shit was fucking cool as hell.
My friend doesn't like you.
Yeah.
I don't like you either.
Yeah.
Sorry, pal.
Good old Han. But yeah, that was really cool. It was really, really cool. It was a good time. And then, and that Galaxy's Edge is the name of it. Galaxy's Edge looks and feels like Star Wars. It's new Star Wars, but it still feels like Star Wars.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, what happened? How come they didn't get the same person to do Galaxy's Edge to make the vision for the Galactic Star Cruiser? I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, it's probably just somebody who's kind of like, I can do this, I can handle this, and they just did a shit job. I think they just think that anything Star Wars is going to make money. It's just not true,
Correct.
So
That is their thought. Sucks. They're
all
wrong.
right. Okay. Terrible. Don't go to this place. Sorry, we're sinking it.
Well,
Or
they're
go to that
saying
place if you can get Frank Miller to go with you and he can draw for you in a bathtub with his toes. Some more shitty Wolverine. I mean, really.
Jeez.
Frank Miller has been away from Marvel for so long, and when he comes back, he draws whatever that is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Yeah.
Frank. You can come to my house if you want. You're gonna fight.
I don't think so. I don't think
You were great in RoboCop 2, though.
Was he in RoboCop 2? He wasn't in RoboCop 2.
Mm-hmm.
Was he really?
He wrote RoboCop 2 and RoboCop 3.
The movie, the screenplay?
Absolutely. Frank Miller is a huge RoboCop fan, and as am I. So,
Really?
yes, even like the samurai one where the guy, I don't even care. No, Frank Miller was like, there's a part in RoboCop 2 where they go to this trailer and it has all the what is that drug called? There's a drug they take. And he's in the trailer and he gets killed,
Yeah, it did. Yeah, it did.
Slaughtered younglings.
Yep. Damn
Younglings.
straight.
But anyway,
so anyway, yeah. Frank Miller, God help him. Here's what I picked up today at the comic shop. You ready for this? This is a magazine. This thing's fucking cool.
It's the Nintendo Power, I know.
Look at that, dude.
How's that a magazine? What is that?
Look at the size of it.
Ha! I see. I'm not going to go
there. Basically, it's a magazine that showcases all of Neil Adams's Bronze Age DC stuff, which is like his best work. Like not starting with this, but with the Batman 227, just great artwork. The first Ra's al Ghul, not Ra's al Ghul, Ra's al Ghul. And it's just got like a lot of interviews with him and a lot of like his like concept art, like before. Like, look at this, dude. The iconic Joker cover, like the original artwork for that. Like, can you imagine having that?
Did he do that?
Yeah, oh yeah.
That's Joker #1, isn't it? I mean, you can get that.
No. This is Batman 251.
Okay, yeah, you're not gonna get
this
that.
Is so what makes this book so special is this is the first time the Joker was depicted as, for lack of a better term, malicious. Like he was always kind of like happy clown. This is the first time he's like sinister clown. And
I remember there was a deal with that. He was kind of like just like the stupid villain. All of a sudden they made him like the mean villain, he's like psychotic. Yeah, I remember that whole thing there. Yeah.
So that's the first time that that ever was like showcased in that way. It's an iconic cover. It's definitely on my Grail list to get. Can't wait to get it. But yeah, so really cool magazine, and obviously the Batman 227 Detective Comics homage.
You're gonna get it, baby. You're gonna get it.
Oh yeah, absolutely, one day for sure. But here's the thing: I want to get like a nice copy of it. Of
course,
I just got like a beat up copy.
And then you're gonna slap it so you can never read it again. Why people slap?
I got a couple of books, man. Shout out to I Love Comics on Instagram. This guy is a great presser and cleaner of comics. He's going to get a couple of my really big, expensive books because I don't think my heart could take working on some of these books. I fucked up some books because I'm learning, I can't fathom handling a $2,000 comic raw in my hand and the risk that goes behind that. Dude, no. I texted him the other day or messaged him the other day. I was like, dude, I'm going to send you 2 books. Just bill me, because they mean that much. So, all right, what else we got?
We're just holding the Guardians of the Galaxy to the end.
Oh, dude, check this out. Oh, Guardians. No, we can check. No. Let's chat some Guardians.
Tell you what we're gonna do. We're gonna give Rev 1 second. Come refresh my drink. It'll be about 60 seconds. I'll be right back. Okay. You tell them how we are. You tell them how we are about Guardians of the Galaxy, and I'll just walk in whatever you got. Okay, I'll be right back.
Okay, all right. I'm gonna go ahead and plug my my Whatnot show since the Guru has axed. Yes, Guru. Friday night, tomorrow night, Whatnot. Look, man, you've been pretty faithful. I appreciate you. You don't want to miss this one. I have basically been stacking up keys for. I don't know. When's the last time I had a Whatnot show? Over a month ago? Way over a month. So I've got a ton of stuff. And the stuff that I have, like if you go on my Whatnot page right now, you look at the store and you look at what's already in there. I haven't even been able to put everything that I want to put in the store. So if you want to make bank and just take me from all I'm worth tomorrow night, what time is it? 6:50, I think is when we start. That is going to be your talk about Guardians and Go. Long time. Keys, baby. Yeah, J. Room. Lots of keys. Lots of keys.
Yeah,
Tons of
absolutely.
keys.
Talk about Guardians and Go. Yeah.
Well, we can't, Crystal,
Oh,
because Kevin has not seen the movie.
I'm gonna see it this weekend. Listen, wait, did you have what X-Men did you have in there? I saw that X-Men. Go back, hit play again. I want to see this.
All right, there you go.
Okay, there's bait. I just
Bane. Okay, we got Bane.
No, the anatomy of a good sales pitch
Bane.
here. Look at there you go. Acting like there's just
Radioactive Man, Superman Adventures.
Neil,
the Flash. You saw this Flash TV special? That shit's fucking crazy.
There it is. That X-Men. The X-Men. You had the X-Men right there. You trying to take my money?
That's Wolverine. That's Wolverine and Miles. It's the Ultimate Comics. I think issue 14 of Ultimate Comics.
No, you had like the first Abigail Brand in there, didn't you?
No. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Cameo. Issue 3. The Wolverine cover, yeah. First cameo of Abigail Brand. Yes.
Maybe I know a thing or two.
Maybe so. You going to be tuning in?
What time tomorrow? I wish I was just there.
6:50 till 6:50 TILL.
I mean, you got shit, man. You got Chris is going to be over there, dude. That sounds like an all-star lineup right there. You know,
I'm gonna be with the Chris's. Me, Chris, and Crystal.
I said I'm a little confused because like last time I hung out with Chris, I was like talking to him about love and relationships and things like that, but we didn't get to follow up on it, And he was being coy with me. I feel, like he was kind of like holding back a little bit. I wanted him to show me his tender heart, and I just felt like he was reserved,
No, Chris is tender. He's very tender. He'll show it to you.
Heart? Okay, all right.
Yeah, he's got a tender heart. You just gotta give him a chance.
Okay. I was trying. You gotta open up, Chris. You gotta talk to me, okay?
The Venom 9.8 crispy. I don't. Is it? Maybe I'll have to double check. It might be close. Maybe with a press. The only thing is you really got to know somebody who can press foil books, which can be touchy. So I don't know. Maybe. Okay.
It could be terrible.
It could be very terrible.
I can tell you.
Don't forget, hit that like button.
Hit that like that fucking.
Let's go into live on the internet. Sounds great.
Let's get into live on the internet. Ooh, you want to? Well, listen, I got a sofa. I can lay on the sofa. We can talk.
We are going to I'm calling it right now. This is the birth of it tonight. What's the date? May 19th? No, May 18th. May 18th.
Dude, May 7th, 19th? What the fuck?
Shut up. 9:01 p.m. There will be a horror podcast started. Me, you, Kevin, Chris Clinton. Every week we can watch a new horror movie and we talk about it.
All right, but I think Chris Clinton was talking about feelings, man. I think he was.
You trying to get back to that?
You know what? I'm pretty good with that.
Dude,
anyway,
I got a name for it. Can you do Friday Night Frights?
Dude, I know. Listen, no, man, you made me feel bad about it. I mean, I know. No, man, I got a wife and kids. I want to hang out.
I do too.
Oh my god. Yes, you do. Crystal, love you. Philo, you're somewhere, and I love you too, I think. But with those expressive eyes. Anyway, you're way off.
All right, okay. All right, here we go.
Talking about dogs and your girlfriend. I'm blowing kisses, and you don't care.
We're getting all right. Where are we going with this? Oh yeah, no, Guardians. Okay, we're gonna talk Guardians. Okay, so here's Kevin. Really is adamant about this. It's not like a bet that we made. It's more of like, hey, I told you so. It is like a bet we made. Okay, it's a bet, but there's no stakes other than I told you so.
It feels those are pretty high stakes. You're usually right about things. That's why I seized this moment when you're completely fucking wrong.
Here's the thing. Well, no, hold on, man. Look, I'm all.
Don't move the goalpost on me,
dude. Look, let me. I'm trying to praise you. Will you let me praise you? Okay, so look, you may be right. You may, and I want you to be right. Keep that in mind. I want you to be correct about this because
you're helping me be right. Thank you.
No. Because if you're correct and Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 makes money, that is good for all of us. One, it's good for Marvel. It's good for the comic community. It's good for cinemas, period, right? Because I like going to the movies just like you do. It's good for multiple people if Guardians makes money. I want them to make money. I was Thomas the Doubter. I did not think that they would make money because, well, they got a bad track record, and Disney has and Marvel has a lot to prove and has a lot to earn up. They have a lot to re-earn from their fans. I think they've quote unquote abused their fans and mistaken them for people, like how you said earlier with Star Wars. Just because it's Star Wars, it's going to make money. Same thing with Marvel. It's a big old brand. Just because it's going to make money. It's not. And I think Guardians is showing them, hey, if you put a good story behind it and a good vision, it's going to make money. I am happy about that. But yes, I did not think that from the jump. And technically, it still has not made money because remember, it's going to make about 800 million. It's at 576. You're probably right. It probably is going to surpass that benchmark and make a little bit of money for Disney. And that's great. That's wonderful. I'm happy about that. But there is one thing I was right about in our conversation about the movie, but I can't talk about it because you never saw the movie yet.
Okay. I've tried. I actually got the green light to watch it. I can watch it now. I was supposed to watch it with my kid. My kid said, like, yeah, don't wait for me. And I was like, all right, great. So, but I did wait for you. So now I can go watch it. I'm thinking maybe Sunday. I don't know. Maybe we'll go Sunday. Chris,
Sunday.
If you want to go,
Crystal's birthday is Sunday.
Well, then Crystal wants to hang out with me and watch a movie she's already seen, and then we can go.
I'm saying Crystal's birthday is Sunday.
I know. I'm saying Crystal might want to hang out with me and watch a movie she's already seen.
Hey, Chris saw Guardians with me and Crystal.
I know. And we also, listen, I also want to apologize / not apologize. Chris, I know we ate at that Mexican restaurant and your friends John and Crystal gave you food and I didn't give you any food. And I'm not apologizing for that because I wanted that food, but I did feel that I should have also fed you. And I'm glad that your friends fed you. What good friends you have. And it doesn't make me shitty. But at the same time, I want you to know that I didn't feed you and that I did feel a certain way about not giving you some of my food. I just wanted you to know that, But I will never probably give you my food. But I knew that I should have given you food. So, but
don't worry about it. It's fine.
You're a good guy. But okay, so
what you got?
I'm right about Guardians. I mean, whatever you just said, like they haven't even gotten down to rentals or purchases or things like that. Like,
but that's not. Well, hold on though. Hold on.
This is the goalpost moving. I was worried about.
No, this is not the goalpost moving.
Yes, it is. It's gonna make $850 million. Hook or by crook, it's gonna go to $1 billion. Look, I'll make it easier for you. Now you can say
the box office. We're talking about boxing. We're talking about box office though. That's what we're talking about. The boxing office.
I don't remember. Okay, we have to go back to the tape and see. I don't remember saying just the box office. I thought that I said they'll make this money. They're going to make money on this movie. However, if we go back and we could probably see, but I mean, yeah, they're going to make it, and then they're going to make the $850 million. That's it. Fuck it, drop it. There we go. I mean, not drop it as in like continue talking.
I think they will. I think they will. I think they will make money. And I'm happy. I really am happy about that. But there is one thing I can't wait for you to see in the movie. I was correct about. What do you think it was? Do you remember our predictions?
You can nibble a little bit. Nibble a little bit. Let's see what's going on here.
I can't because I think if I hint at it, it's just going to give it away. So I'm just going to let you go watch it. But you're going to see there's something we chatted about. You asked me a specific question, and we both gave our advice on if we think this certain thing is going to happen.
It was about who died, right? When we're talking about who died,
that's one of the things. Things. Yeah.
What was the other thing? I won't know who or what. What was the other thing? You
got to go back and watch the podcast.
God, hey, what? Oh, man, pimp it out, baby! Got to go back and watch all the podcasts.
Absolutely. Don't forget, hit the notification bell on the Paper Chase channel. Look, I'm 5 subscribers away from 1,000 from getting paid to do YouTube. I lost 2 subscribers in the past couple of days. So
I'm so sorry. It hasn't been from me.
I'm trying to put the Puss in Boots. Puss in Boots eyes, but my eyes aren't big enough. I'm trying to do the Puss in Boots eyes.
I just mind looking scary like a fucking creeper. I like right as I pulled back and I looked at the camera, like, God damn, I don't want that looking at me. Jesus, how does my wife deal with me? All right, cool. So what else you got, Johnny?
So the only other thing I have is a couple of comics that sold for some crazy money.
Terrible
on eBay.
Oh,
I was watching these, dude. Look at this. Watch this. This is crazy. It's better if you can see the condition on this, but the condition on these is outstanding. This is a Hulk 181, first appearance of Wolverine. This thing is so fucking clean. This is like a 9.8. So I want to know from you, Kevin. I want to know if you had, let's say you have a comic account. Okay. I'm going to pull this up.
A comic account?
A comic account.
Why did you say that? You fucking knew you're winding me up. Why did you say the first appearance of Wolverine? You fucking know it is not the first. It's not the first appearance of Wolverine. It's the second appearance.
Okay. It's a Hulk 181.
I knew you were winding me up too.
So let's say you had a comic account with, let's say, 15,000 in it. Okay. $15,000 in it.
Free money?
No, money that you earn from flipping comic books, like a dirty flipper. You know,
Ooh, okay.
you know the game. So let's say you have that account with 15 grand in it. Okay. And you're on eBay and you stumble upon this book right here.
Yeah.
And this book.
Yeah.
Do you see this book? You see that?
Go on.
It's clean as all hell. And it's on auction. And the buyer is called Buy Everything. We typically don't give this information out, but this guy seems to be pretty legit. 100% positive feedback on 733 items sold. Does not appear to be a scam artist by any means. Okay. And you're looking at this book. You see this book?
No,
you see
I'm feeling facsimile all day, but let's go.
He doesn't know. That's not what he says in the description. And the description says, this is the nicest Hulk 181 I had for sale. Perfect spine and sharp corners, no creases, no color loss on the spine, white pages. All the books are scanned. He does not say that this is a reprint. So look at this thing. So do you know what, so from at a glance, and look at the back. This is ungodly white.
How white it is.
It's almost like, dude. So look, there's some minor smudging at the bottom here. You can probably fix that.
Just to keep it real. There's
just
some
to keep it real, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, dude, this right here looks like I don't use this term lightly. This looks like a 9.8 with a proper clean and press by somebody who knows what they're doing. What's your max bid on this?
Oh, okay. I got you.
You got 15 grand. What's your max bid?
Oh, no fucking way, dude. I mean, like, all right, so okay, so what you're doing is you're borrowing from my past memories. Okay, so 9.8. Just thinking about like things I've known in the past about this book, what the prices are. A 9.8. I mean, yeah. Of course, I think everybody in the chat will say, "Yeah, Crystal, $1."
And go.
So I would say, yeah, but I'm not a fucking idiot, Johnny. 5,000 max, and I feel stupid saying that. I feel stupid saying it.
You know, there's eBay protection, though, right?
Okay, so like I want to feed you what you want, but I mean so I know that Uncanny X-Men, Giant Size X-Men,
Uncanny Flash,
crazy. You know what? There is going to be an Uncanny Spider-Man out there. So Intensity Walk has actually predicted the future. Yeah. So no, the Giant Size X-Men goes like I don't know, man. I'm gonna say $5,000. Okay, eBay
5,000.
Okay, am I undershooting? Am I too low? Too high? What do you,
dude? Tell me if I had $15,000 in my comic account, and I saw this right, it was 773 items sold with 100% feedback.
I mean, what are you gonna buy it for?
I mean, I'm all in, dude. Do you know what a Hulk? Do you know what a Hulk 181 and a 9 point? Say you don't even hit the 9.8. Say you hit a 9.6, which is generous. Do you know what that sells for?
Listen, can we stop for a second and say how crazy this is?
It's wild. But it's not over. Hold on. This is just the first one. I got a couple more. But but what do you think?
You're obviously telling me $15,000. You're gonna go. Knowing you well enough, you're gonna say 13,000 because you always save some money for the rest. But you're gonna say 11 to 13,000. Go ahead, please.
Yeah.
Let me drink the water. Go ahead.
Well,
what you got?
somebody bid $12,100 on 73 bids. Somebody put $12,100 on it. And look, out of the 700 items sold, here's just something else to kind of consider. Out of the 700 items sold on eBay, 439 of them had reviews.
And they're all My Little Ponies.
They're all My Little Ponies. But let me ask you this. Is it worth it? Like, let's say you're playing, let's say you're a scam artist and you play the long game. And your day in, your 9 to 5 is you sit at a computer and every hour you crank out a new email address with a new eBay account, and you create fake reviews every hour for, I don't know, let's see, what is it? 400
days.
reviews. So let's say if you do, let's say you can knock out 5 reviews in a day divided by 400. What is that? That's like 80 days, right? So let's say you're in front of a computer for 80 days for 5 hours a day. Is it worth it to create a fake account with that many good reviews?
But how about the sales?
try to make
You have to have
$12,000.
sales. You have to like do sales so you do leave a review, don't you?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like you have to create like fake sales. You have to come up with IP addresses, all that stuff. Create fake accounts by
for
stake-
$12,000. Yeah, if I'm doing nothing else but
And look,
watching
but
Jeopardy.
wait,
Yeah,
but wait, there's more.
I don't like
There is
it.
more.
Take me further.
Dude, I was shitting on myself watching this stuff. I was like, oh my
Ew,
God.
gross. Don't do
Look at
that,
this
John.
one. Boom.
What you say it, I can't see it. It's like
Hold on,
it's
it's
like
coming, bro. Shit. Hang on. Chill. Look how clean
okay.
this is.
The first blade. Okay.
Look how, dude, do you see how it is suspicious though? Not gonna lie. It is,
He has
it is,
both Blade and
and
Uncanny
Dracula
Hulk.
on the same cover.
Wait, no. I mean, I thought is this also the same guy?
Yeah. The same
Okay.
guy. You know what's so funny? I posted a couple of my really high grade Tomb of Dracula books on Instagram, and somebody
Uh-huh.
brought up a great point that I never noticed. And it's like, he was like, this woman this blonde woman just gets carried around from place to place, and it's like 3 different covers, and Dracula is just carrying around this blonde woman in every single one of them.
Here she is.
Like, yep, there she is, and here she is again.
Look, I know you love that stuff, but Dracula's so corny to me. It's just so
Really?
corny. I mean, it's just corny. I know
Apparently-
people like it. I mean, I'm just saying it's for me, you know?
Yeah, Tomb of Dracula is like, apparently I want to get the omnibus. It's massive, and it's really, it's like $300, I think,
It's just
for the
what
omnibus.
Dracula's bed. It's called Dracula's bed.
Yeah, pretty much.
the tomb of Dracula. All right, so get back to
Dracula's
Hulk
sleep
181.
number.
Let's hear it. Let's go.
What do you
take
mean?
me- No, where's the scam? There's got to be a scam there. There's a scam.
No,
There's
it's a sale. No, it's a sale on eBay for $12,100.
Wait, no, you
for a
made me
really-
think there was some kind of conspiracy theory. Like, what do you mean?
Dude,
For Hulk
I mean,
181.
no, nothing. It's just a sale.
Oh, I thought you.
It's a market report.
Man, okay, all right. You had me thinking this guy like really was like selling some sort of facsimile. So somebody bought it for $12,100 and 70.
Somebody bought that for $12,100. Really clean copy. Crazy, man. Check this one out.
All right.
Ghost Rider #1. Oh, no, sorry.
Motorcycle
I'm sorry.
Heroes.
Marvel Spotlight #5. First appearance of Ghost Rider.
You own that, don't you?
No, I wish. This thing is again just as clean. I don't know, man. It is
$700.
Vicious. No. This thing sold for 7,000. Yeah,
7,000.
yeah, 6,900 raw. Yeah, no, I'm sorry. I'm way off. Blade sold for 6,900. This sold for 9,300.
What the fuck? Drew, what's
Um,
the most you've ever spent on a comic book? Don't lie, man. You're
For-
already internet famous.
who J-Roo?
J. Roo.
It's a scam if the bids start at $1. I
That's fair.
don't think it started at $1 though. I don't think it started at $1. When I saw, I don't know what it started at.
That's just crazy money to spend on again. I mean, people collect things. I get it. People collect coins. Can you imagine spending $100 on a $1 coin? I mean, like it's so like there's hobbies and there's that one that makes me.
Sure.
I'm so confused by like you can buy this Sacagawea coin for $100 and it's a
But,
$1
I mean,
coin.
I mean, but hey, we do it every day, right? We
I
spend
understand
$4 on the comics. What's it cost to
understand- I
print that
understand
shit?
Nothing, man. And like that's what makes me like freak out when like the ads like left the comic books. I go to myself like, what's the onus here to like do any of this? You know, like all right, so
Mhm.
Drew's rich. Hey,
So
what you doing later, Drew? What's
So
up,
$600
bro?
$600 is the most that you spent on a single book, right?
Hmm.
What book was that?
Yeah, you better tell us, man.
And I'm just gonna start calling you Drew because J. Roo is just a mouthful.
Oh man, you just been saying some things tonight.
What do you mean?
You said a few things. I'm kind of like, huh?
You're
J.
being,
Roo is a mouthful, and J. Roo is like, yes, I am.
your head's in the gutter. Your head's in the gutter.
It's just because you look so cute tonight, Johnny.
Mm.
All right. So
And I was young and dumb and scammed. Never again. Interesting.
Oh, don't be embarrassed. Just
Can you
tell us.
Can you tell us about the? See, I want now. We're gonna have a podcast with Drew and get him to come on and be like,
all right, Drew.
What's the worst scam you ever been a part of?
I once spent $7 on this card right here just because I like Captain Marvel. $7 on this card.
We can't see. You're holding it too close.
Because you got Drew's thing in the way. Sorry.
No, you're holding it too close to the camera. There you go.
Captain Marvel. It's a cool card. Yeah, I bought a fucking card. It's cool. I like it. $7. Panini, yes. That's cool.
Panini?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Panini's got some cool shit. And then, of course, then I got yeah. Mm-hmm. All right, Drew. Tell us the truth. Don't sit here and think of a book that's still worth money. Tell us the one you wasted $600 on. That's better that way. It'll cleanse your soul. Let us know what you spent your money on. No, these books are just like these prices are crazy. I guess it's fun to hold them, and if you have the money, buy them. I guess it just makes me feel weird.
What's weird is like I don't know. I guess it makes sense. I was gonna say, what are the chances, right? You're pulling out, other than maybe like a giant size X-Men, you're busting out the three biggest Bronze Age keys that there are, period, in the nicest condition ever, right? But I guess if you're gonna have like a collection, I guess the consecutiveness of it would make sense, right? To have a Bronze Age collection and all of it's in really good shape, right?
I guess so. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
I was saying, I'm like, what are the chances that this guy has like all of these major BronzeAge keys in this immaculate condition?
Not likely.
But if you think about it, if you're a collector with certain habits, then I guess it would make sense. Because you collected during the Bronze Age and you kept your shit in really good condition. I don't know.
I mean, that's just a really pristine nerd, I mean, like you just were very consistent with your very nerdy habits, That's that movie, man. It's that movie we're gonna watch, the Selling Superman movie,
Yeah, can't wait for that.
Oh, listen,
I sold.
But hold on one second. Let's do this. Let's address this. Oh, poor guy.
What?
John, you take this one. I'm just gonna sit back.
I thought it was FF4, but it was a 90s reprint with a barcode in the back.
No, Drew. No. No.
Wait. It was FF4. Fantastic Four? What are you like? Are you saying or
Fantastic Four number 4? He bought it for $600, but it was actually a 90s reprint with the barcode in the back.
Ouch.
Oh, at least he's honest, man. Thank you. Appreciate it.
That's rough. Yeah, that's rough. But that's, hey, we learn. That's how we learn about the reprints and all that stuff. And you spent $600 on it? And the seller didn't tell you like it was a reprint? Now, I mean, that's also too, like there's a certain responsibility that you have as a seller that you need to be transparent with what you're selling.
You can't be a dick. You can't be a dick. That's weird.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know how you bought it, but I mean, that's just, I'm sorry, man. That sucks. That's a hard feeling to, I get bummed out when I spend $10 on a book and I get it and it's like bent. I'm like, I'm not happy about that, but.
I have if you go to shameless plug, if you go to the YouTube channel and the videos, you're going to see a video where I got scammed. I think it was a total of like $250 is what I got scammed for. Yeah, it was a guy that I found. So what's really weird about this is I found him. It's not like he reached out to me. I found him.
You found the guy to rip you off?
Yeah, I'm like, hey man, I'm a complete fool with some money in my pocket. You mind ripping me off?
Please take my money.
Yeah. No, I found him and he was selling some books and I was like, man, these are great. And he was in Mississippi. Mr. Sinister. He was in Mississippi and I'm like, look, I can meet you tomorrow. And make this exchange. And he's like, okay. He's like, that's fine. He's like, but would you mind sending the money first because I'm in a bind and I don't want to waste my time. I really need to know you're serious. I'm like, I'll send you part of it. So I think total he wanted like $400. I was like, I'll send you half of it. So I was like, here's $200. I was like, I want to make sure you have these books. I said, send me this particular photo in this particular way. And he did. So this person actually had the books. It was a Conan the Barbarian #1. And he sent me the photos exactly like I asked him to. And I drove out to Biloxi the next day. And he had $200 of my dollars in his Cash App, and he never showed up.
but you know what? I know the story has a happy ending. I like that you spent it like bad, but then you went shopping someplace and then got like a $700 book or something like that.
Not quite. I went to a flea market though, and I definitely made up for it, for sure. Fingers and toes. What's
Hey-o.
up?
Yeah.
What is up?
Yeah, so that is bad. I mean, I'm trying to think of like the worst purchase. But like I said, mine are minuscule. But I've had a few where I'm kind of like, fuck, I wasted my money on that one, you know.
You
But a
remember how
lot of
many
them,
people were fucking getting scammed? Not scammed, but like taking advantage of. I guess it is scammed. Whenever the Ultimate Fallout 4, the first reprint came out, it's crazy, dude.
the acetate one.
Yeah, and have you seen these facsimiles that are on eBay now with the like kind of like how you're saying, like you're suspecting of that Hulk 181? It's a facsimile with actual newspaper print in the on the interior, and it's like real newspaper print, and it's almost like a clone of the original book. But the difference is that these people tell you in the description, they're like, hey, this is a facsimile with newspaper print. Yeah.
Look up real quick while we're talking about it before we move. Well, actually, what is this? But I do want you to look up, and I want to tell everybody about it. But Fingers and Toes. Actually, you missed our Star Wars talk about what was it called? The cruiser that's closing down.
Galactic Star Failure. The Galactic Star Failure.
$6,000 or whatever it was. My God.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. So what is this right here? What do you got?
My God. What's that? Oh, it's the Samurai Santa. Sold for 9.6. Sold for $549.
Look, Drew, I got to tell you,
Not bad.
I have to correct you. I have to correct you, and I love you. I still have it. I had to look real quick. I was 20 years old. It was Fantastic Four, 67. First him, Adam Warlock. Actually, sir, hold on. Let me look at the. You are wrong. 66 is the first appearance of Adam Warlock.
Kevin knows because Kevin owned it. Oh, hold on, Kevin.
Yes.
Have you looked in that book? Did you open up the 66?
Yes, absolutely. I did. I don't remember, but I did look at it. Later, Drew. Take care, buddy.
Later, buddy.
Thanks for coming in, buddy. Always.
I think it's the first mention. And CGC.
He's in it.
Is he in it? CGC says it is the first mention. Okay. All right. Hey, I believe you.
He's in it.
I believe you.
He is in it. He is a shadowy. I can actually do this for you real quick while you talk, because I have the Marvel Unlimited app, and he's a shadowy figure in it. He is most definitely in it. Watch me look at it now, and he's
most
not
def
in it.
is in this.
Fantastic Four. Let's see here. 66. Boom. Okay. Of course, the weird thing about Fantastic Four is there's also 8 fucking million of them. You know,
it's a lot. Yeah, it's a long run.
And the weird thing is that, like, they can't make one good movie, but they can't stop making Fantastic Four books. Period. You know.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. There's so many. Here it is. Thank God. All right, read issue. 1 second here. I mean, 21 pages. No, Who Lurks Behind the Beehive? I mean, that's the name of the book. Who Lurks Behind the Beehive? God. Well, give me another Market Report book here while I look at this terrible art.
I'm trying to like zoom in on this fucking thing. All right, anybody? I bought one of these recently. These are coming in. This is Flaming Carrot Comics number 27. If you're not familiar with this book, shit, it's really small on the screen. Hold on, let me. That's not helping that much. Okay, this is the only one of the only. I think maybe the only Todd McFarlane Ninja Turtles cover. Fucking cool, huh? Fat Turtles. That's what I call it.
Yeah.
Fat Turtles?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Dude, I fucking love this book. And I bought one. I found one for really cheap. It was like $29, really high grade. I'll get Todd's signature on it one day. But yeah, really cool. Todd McFarlane. If you ever want him drawing the turtles, here it is.
Right. I've got something for you, Johnny. I've got something for you. Go to big screen again for us. Like just the two of us.
Okay.
Just the two of us.
Oh.
We can. No, I can't finish that song. Okay, listen. All right, look. This is Fantastic Four 66. All right, the one that I just sold. I'm going to try and get this.
What did it sell for? What's the final? Back it up.
Do you see that?
Okay.
Okay. I don't know if it'll ever focus correctly, but
you might have to back it up just a little bit.
Okay. You see the picture of like Ben Grimm there on the left side?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
On the right side, this guy with a little red hood on his head. You see the girl? Yeah. That is Adam Warlock. That's him. That's him. He's
So
referred
he
to in the
does.
book. He's in 2 panels. He's on this page. Actually, they show him like a weird coffin-y looking
He's
thing.
referred to as him.
He's referred to as him.
Right.
And there he is again on another page right there. He's
There
disappearing
he
into a
is.
portal. There he
Yeah.
is. So just like fucking Gambit and just like Wolverine, that is his first appearance because
That is.
there he is.
Wait. And he does not say anything, right?
He does not say anything.
Yeah. It's a first appearance. I mean, you don't have to like say something to appear.
Yeah, you
somewhere.
know, he's clearly there. I'm trying to see like
If you're in multiple panels.
he appears. Yeah, he's in multiple pages. He
Yeah.
appears. He steals a female and takes off because in the next book, there he is with the female. You
Yep.
know, so
Yep.
it is what it is. I mean, but you know,
I
the
have
rope.
I have the
damn
death
it, sorry.
of Adam Warlock. I think it's a
What?
Hulk it's pretty 179 or something like that. I think it's a
He
death.
dies
of
and he
Adam.
comes back and he dies and he comes back and apparently
Like they all do.
is he good in the movie? Just tell me that. I just want to know that much. Is it?
Ooh, okay. Let me ask you this:
It's-
What's your
is he-
hopes? What are your hopes for Adam Warlock and the Guardians? From somebody, guys who are just tuning in, Kevin has not yet seen Guardians yet, so please don't put any spoilers in the comment section. But Kevin, for somebody who has not seen it yet, what are your hopes for Adam Warlock in the Guardians movie?
So Adam Warlock has always been kind of a guy that's like been on the periphery. He's kind of like a Silver Surfer kind of character. He's just out there. He doesn't usually interact too much with people. He has his own stories and he's done some things, but they're usually pretty corny. But he actually has also had interactions with a lot of people in his books. He's super strong. I don't know what like my thoughts would be for him. I just don't. I don't want him to be
What
corny.
are your hopes? You don't want him to be corny. Define corny.
Man, okay, so I want him to be like cool, like damn, that dude just fucked somebody up, you know,
Yeah,
like
okay.
that's Adam Warlock. He should be able to do that, you know,
Sure.
like I don't want him to be like cracking jokes and shit like that with anybody on the Guardians of the Galaxy. Like,
Sure.
oh shucks, I'm Adam Warlock and you're in my galaxy now. I don't want any of that
Right.
stuff. I want him to be like kind of mysterious and you know, Adam Warlock. Look at he's a cool character, although he's a cosmic character, and I'm not generally fond of cosmic characters. So
Yeah.
we'll see, you know.
Okay.
So.
Fair enough. Let's see. What's another one I was looking at? Oh, we had let's see, we had this sale here. This amazing book. Look at that.
All right, you mentioned this. There it is. Okay, that's the cover you were talking about. And listen,
That's
also, if you ever want to get rid of your first appearance of X-23, let me know. You know, for low money, it's a buyer's market. I'll buy it off of you.
NYX3?
Yes.
I can't.
My birthday's coming up, buddy.
I know, but I love that.
Somebody out there buy me NYX3.
I love that book. I think because I love Rare, and the way that I just discovered that book is just like I can't ever forget that story. It's one of the greatest single comic finds I've ever had.
I'll buy it for what you bought the collection for. How's that?
I didn't buy any collection. I bought the single comic
for $12.
Maybe no less than that. It was less than that. I probably bought it for less than that.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, it's crazy, dude. I'll never
forget your little hand thing. You're like, oh.
No, dude. I'll never forget coming across that book. I remember. Do you know the story?
I want to hear it again. I kind of remember it. I remember that you just totally like some guys like, you had like a few modern books and a few old books, and he like was like looking at the Superman books or something like that. He's like, yeah, you can't buy those. And you're like, well, what about for the modern? He's like, okay, like $20.
Pretty much, yeah. So
you walk with the $600 book.
Right. So the story is I put an ad out on Craigslist and I'm like, look, I buy comic books, and this guy, all of a sudden I get this random text from like somebody I don't even know of comic books. I'm like, all right. I'm like, hey, who is this? You know, what's going on? He's like, hey, me and my old lady just bought this storage locker. They got some comics in there and we're going through them. And I saw your Craigslist ad. So I'm like, okay, keep sending photos. So he's sending photos and I'm seeing like, minor-ish keys. Quality looks garbage. I'm not like super enthused. And he's like, there's more. He's like, there's more than this. We just got to get to it. So I'm like, okay. Said, you got my number. Text me whenever you got some more photos. A couple of days pass. Boom, start getting some more photos. And I'm like, all right. I'm like, where are you located? Turns out he's like 8 minutes from where I live. So I was like, okay, look, I said, if you're available right now, I was like, I'll come check out everything that you got from this storage unit and maybe I'll make you an offer on everything, whatever. So he said, that's fine. I pull up to the house, and the dude, he's like, all right, he's like, call me when you're outside, because he's like, we live in the back of this person's house. They're like renting out like a garage. So I pull up, and he's like, he waves me down, and he's like, come on. He's like, this way. And I'm like, all right. So I go.
We live in the back.
He's got about 5 long boxes of comics. And I start going through
funny
them.
books.
Yeah, some funny books, and I start going through them, and I'm finding like some like minor-ish keys here and there. Nothing crazy. I found some older like Silver Age Batman, but like nothing like, that's a big key. So I start making like a little stack for myself, and I get to the very last box of books, and I'm flipping. It's a lot of modern stuff, and I'm flipping, and all of a sudden I see NYX #2, and immediately I paused, and I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah. I don't know this feeling, but I want to. Go ahead.
I'm like, oh my God. I was like, and I stopped on that book, and I was like, this is such an array of books. There's nothing in consecutive order in this whole thing. I haven't ran into a run of books yet. Everything's been from different make and artist, and nothing's the same. I was like, if the book that I want to be after this is after this, I was like, I'm going to lose my fucking shit.
But calmly lose your shit.
Dude, I flipped the book over, NYX #2, and there it was, NYX #3, staring at me in the face. And I'm like, this can't be real. I picked that book up so smoothly, and the next two after it, and I didn't even look at them. I just picked it up, and I was just like, this is crazy. So I go up to the guy, and I'm like, all right. I was like, here's the stack. Go through them. And I'm like, what do you think? He's like, and he's like, he has no idea what to do. He doesn't know what any of the shit's worth. All he knows is old and new, right? And I'm like, okay. I was like, can I make you an offer? I was like, since you seem to be like having some issues with this, I was like, how about $100 for a stack of like, let's say this big. He's like, oh no. And
I know what I got.
Yeah, and he's like, no, not these old ones. He's like, I'll do 100 for maybe these old ones. Like talking about like the Silver Age stuff. And I'm like, I was like, fine. I was like, how much for the new stuff? How much for the modern, this stuff here? $25. I'm just like, dude, you got yourself a deal. I was like, I'll take it for $25. And I sped off into the sunset with an dude. There's no feeling like that ever. That is like, that's what it is. That's the dream. Not the American dream, but that's the comic. That's the comic.
No, that's dream. The American dream. That's the American. Rip off people as much as you can, Johnny.
Like, no. And you make a valid point. To maybe phrase that, rip off people, right? Or like to take people like they don't know what the comics are, to take it. It is not us as comic collectors. It is not our job to educate people on the wide array of comic books that are out there.
Yes. It's not.
In the world of the internet, you can easily take your time and look up all the books that you got if you want to invest that much time. If you don't, then you run the risk of somebody who does this for, not for a living, but all the time, of knowing more. And that's just, it is what it is.
Or you can go to the Overstreet Guide and look at the yellow pages about comic book prices,
we love that too. What you got there? That's a cool card.
Yeah, that's cool. Fuck yeah, that's a cool card. God damn it.
Cool card.
Every now and then I just pick up cards because they're fun, But anyway.
But you like Gabby more than Laura, right?
No, I like Laura a lot. I like Gabby. I like them both, actually. It's really weird that I grew up like I don't know, like it's strange. Like, so Mr. Sinister's like my favorite dude, of course, but I mean everybody else is. I feel weird that they're all females, So I mean, it's Magic, it's Gabby, it's X-23, and quite honestly,
you like Emma?
I don't really like Emma Frost, but I will tell you, I've grown because her stories are written really well. Let me show you this card because it's kind of cool. And then I got to get out of here, Johnny, because it's 9 o'clock, 9:30 over here. I got this. It's a die cut Spider-Woman card.
Nice.
Spider-Woman's actually really cool. She's written really well. And I like the fact that like she's supposed to fight crime, but sometimes she doesn't because she has a kid.
Yeah.
She's got a kid right now in the books, and she's like, people are calling her like, "We need your help," and she's like, "No, because I don't have a babysitter, so I'm
There
gonna
you
be at
go.
home while y'all are out doing your thing. I really wish you well." You know,
It's a smart move. It's a smart writing move, right? Because that's what attracted
Absolutely.
Peter Parker. He's the everyday guy. That's what
Yeah.
made Spider-Man, and Peter
very
Parker,
cool.
Peter Parker. So that's cool.
Very
Good
cool.
shit. Okay, we're gonna wrap it up. Just a real quick reminder: don't forget tomorrow night, if you guys are watching, tomorrow night 6:50 Central on Whatnot, major sale going from 6:50 till tons of stuff. What you see on the screen plus way more. Go check out the store. Go bookmark the show. Tons of giveaways. I'm going to be giving away the first appearance of Bo-Katan. Actually, real quick, don't go anywhere. I have a stack.
Yeah, and don't go anywhere because we need to hand out the Rage Poncho Award.
The Rage Poncho Award. Hang tight. All right. Every single one of these books I'm going to show you are going to be available for sale tomorrow night on the show. All right. Here we go. Boom. Real quick. We got Lolita Protector number 1. Miss Marvel. Soon to be dead.
She's dead.
First solo series.
What print?
First solo series. Second print.
Uh-huh.
The more scarce one.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to be giving away, this is first Bo-Katan. I'm going to be giving away one of these, and this one will be for sale as well.
Mm-hmm.
Got a ton of Ultimate Comics for Miles' first solo run. Ton of Ultimate Comics issues. Awesome foil Batman 181.
That's cool.
Oh, yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. Look at a little Rocket and Groot action.
Mm-hmm.
Secret Empire 0 variant edition. What's that?
There it is. There it is. It's a green light. It's a go. Echo show is back on.
First Echo. And we didn't talk about that, but they're releasing it all at once.
Good. Good.
Yeah.
I'm down for that. All right, cool.
Yep. Spy.
Wait. Go back to that FOMO. Go back to that FOMO book.
This one?
There it is. Yeah, of course. Gamerverse, number 1.
Yeah.
Or number 0. It's the first appearance of the Hood. It was a free book.
Yeah.
But everybody's selling it, as are you.
Did you sell yours?
I did. I read it first, just so I wasn't a scumbag. I sold it for $15.
15?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I think you got top dollar.
I had 50 views in the first 2 days and 1 view in the next 6.
That's how bad the market got flooded after you fucking put that shit up. Dude, it's crazy. So I'm just gonna I'm gonna start mine at $1. See what happens.
Yeah.
Darth Maul. Actually, I have Darth Maul number 1, 3, and
that's cool looking.
I think 1, 3, and 4. Oh, yeah.
I don't even like Star Wars, and that's cool looking.
Dude, Darth Maul covers are the best Star Wars covers that there are. There's some that are just like out of this world. Gorgeous Miles Gabriel Del Auto cover.
Mm-hmm.
You've got the first Robbie Reyes as Ghost Rider, issue
That's
number
a cool
1.
Book. What's the condition of that?
Fine plus. It's in the it's in the Whatnot. Look, this is an $80 book in the near mint. Cool this is like a VF minus fine. No, I'm sorry. Yeah, VF minus fine plus. Maybe a little bit higher with the press, but I'm gonna start this one off pretty low. I mean, it's a pretty big modern key.
Yeah, Robbie Reyes is cool as hell. Yeah.
First Madam Web.
Look at that. Look at you.
First Tombstone.
That's a good book too.
Yeah. For Shuri.
Boom.
There it is. And then also
what are you starting Shuri at?
This stupid fucking thing here. This stupid thing.
What are you gonna how have you not sold those all yet? You should sell them all.
And then this one is gonna go up. Did you see this?
Yeah, it's a signature series. There's no way you're gonna it's a Claremont sign or what?
Oh yeah. Yeah. Dude, so hopefully next week, I just got a notice from CGC. My Wolverine issue number 3, the black one, Sad Wolvie. It's got a remark by Chris Claremont on it. And
does he write something?
Yeah, he writes Snicket. I think we talked about this.
Okay, yeah.
And it should be pretty high grade. So hopefully next Thursday, we are going to do a collection unboxing, which is going to be massive.
That's going to be great, yeah.
And hopefully we can start it off with the unboxing of that book signed and remarked by Chris Claremont.
Amen.
And then we'll dive into the thing. Eggy Wedges. Rage Poncho, Eggy Wedges. What is Eggy Wedges?
Eggy Wegs?
Eggy Wegs. What is that?
I don't have a clue, man. You just wind that guy up and let him go. Okay. Ewok does what he wants.
Yep. All right, we're going to wrap it up there. Rev, you got anything else you want to add?
Rage Poncho Award this week goes to and for the Denver Nuggets. Please beat the Los Angeles Lakers. We all
Yeah.
win in that respect. Sorry, I'm going to go off the board and get a little sports here because I just need the Denver Nuggets
Good.
to win and then win the championship because you deserve it, Denver. You need to
Yeah.
win it. Good people live in Denver. Even people who live in Denver who don't cheer for the Denver football team live in Denver pulling for the Nuggets, which is weird. Hey, John, let me ask you a question.
Yep.
If you lived, real quick, the Rage Poncho Award goes to the Denver Nuggets. Win, win, win. Let me ask you a question, John. Since you live in New Orleans, would you ever, and you're a Saints fan, aren't you?
Yes.
Okay,
Loosely.
okay. But would you ever cheer for the Atlanta Falcons?
No.
Okay, yes, and you're not even a sports fan, really, kind of, But I mean, you know that you're from New Orleans.
Yeah.
Would you ever cheer for the fucking Falcons that are in
I mean,
your
like,
division?
And the only way I would is if
Win.
it somehow.
To win.
Yeah. No.
What
No.
would you, living in New Orleans, make the Atlanta Falcons your team? Would you wear that gear around town?
No.
Okay. So,
Why?
well, because we have a friend. I have a friend in Denver. He's a Nuggets fan because, hey, guess what? The Nuggets are winning right now. But
Mhm.
he lives in Denver with the Denver Donkeys, the Broncos.
Mhm.
But he is a Kansas City Chiefs fan.
Mhm.
He claims a Kansas City Chiefs fan. It's the dirtiest you can possibly be. Am I correct? That's like
Yeah.
being a Falcons fan in New Orleans.
Right.
And lo and
Complete
behold, guess who's a good team right now? A winning team.
Who's that?
The Kansas City Chiefs.
Mm.
Just happened to win a Super Bowl or two, just saying. Anyway,
Just so last year.
that guy, just that guy. God bless him. Anyway, love him.
Is he listening?
He will be now. I'm sure this will get to him, and I hope it does. But anyway, the Rage Poncho goes to Denver Nuggets. Please win the series.
Wait,
all that
real quick.
stuff.
What's the Rage Poncho Award? Define the recipient. What's the qualifications?
I think that the Rage Poncho can go good or bad, to be honest with you. If you're an idiot, look, so Frank Miller could have won the Rage Poncho Award for really just catching it in and like doing dumb artwork on a book that people are going to buy and be like, this is amazing, when it really isn't. Don't deceive the people. That's a Rage Poncho Award.
Okay, I love it. So basically, to win the Rage Poncho Award, there really is no exact qualification.
Yeah, it could be a battle cry.
It could be
a battle cry.
Outstanding.
Yes. You can do something
Love it.
stupid like a Darwin Award, or you could do something amazing like win. Rage Poncho. Like it could go good or bad. So
Love it.
Anyway, let's keep it
Great.
going. All right, you guys.
Absolutely.
Look,
that's it. Yeah, that's it.
So.
Yeah. We're gonna wrap it up. That's it, guys. Don't forget, subscribe, like all that shit. Go to the Whatnot stream tomorrow. I will see you all there. And yeah, tune in next week for the Into the Void podcast. Hopefully, we have a big old collection unboxing. Thank you very much. Have a great weekend.
Later, Johnny.
Later, buddy.
Later, you guys.